back with another DJs BrewTube beer review. These days, guys, barrel-aged beers comes in all shapes, sizes, forms, and vintages. That's right, stage right, as you can see here, we've got brown ales, we got wheat ales, we got porters, and stage left, we've got another brown ale that's been barrel-aged. And from whom do we have said brown ale that's been barrel-aged? Well, we got it from Abita Brewing Company out of Abita Springs, Louisiana, US of A. Yay, yay. And what do we have from them? We have their Bourbon Street Maple Pecan. That's right, as I alluded, this is a brown ale. It's a rotating serving, clocks in at 8.5% ABV and 18 IBUs. For malts in this beer, they're using pale, Munich, biscuit, and caramel. And for adjuncts in this beer, they're using roasted pecans and maple syrup. This beer has also been barrel-aged for 2 months or 8 weeks, whichever you prefer. So, it's supposed to be tasty. It's supposed to taste like maple and pecans. Let's see if it's as advertised. So it's time to pop the top on this bad boy and see what's up with the Bourbon Street Maple Pecan. Yeah. Boom. Nice hiss off the top. Obsessively collectible Abita Crown. This is warmed up to, damn, I can smell the bourbon blasting off the top of this now. This is warmed up to probably about 52 degrees, 50, something like that. That's about how I'd like to drink a beer like this. Ooh, that's pouring pretty, isn't it? Alright, we got our snifter filled. Let's see what's up with the appearance. It is a mildly hazy, man, the bourbon is blasting off the top of this. So is the freaking maple, damn. It's a lovely kind of amber orange color, burnt orange. Yeah, burnt orange. Pretty clear, mildly hazy. We got a solid finger, super tightly packed khaki bubbles when I swirl it. Yeah, we're going to get glass lacing on this bad boy. And there's tons of alcohol legs streaming down. But take a look at that, guys. That is a gorgeous looking beer in the glass. Looks like a classic brown ale, almost, but amped up. Let's see what's up with the aroma. Wow. Bourbon, big vanilla, maple, a bit of nuttiness. I guess that's coming from the pecan. Caramel sweetness. No real big hop character to speak of, but there is some like floral hops in there. Maybe a tiny bit of earthiness, but it's all about bourbon, pecan, caramel sweetness, toffee. A little bit of barrel char in there. Maybe that's the earthiness I'm getting, the barrel char. The floral hops. But man, it smells really tasty. It smells like a straight up glass of bourbon in a lot of ways, amped up with those other little sort of like sweet smells and everything. You know what? I'm ready to dive in because I've earned this beer this week, no doubt. Time to drink. Hell yes. Cheers. Interesting. The carbonation is more present than it would appear when we poured this, but up front you get a kick of bourbon, not big. The aroma of bourbon is bigger than the taste of bourbon, but up front you get the bourbon. After that you start to get caramel malts, and in the back end to the middle is the maple comes in, and then that earthiness, it tastes like hop earthiness, is coming in after that. A little tiny bit of like barrel char in there, very faint. Good amount of vanilla in this beer. I'm getting actually more vanilla than I am maple. I haven't yet had a big, super present maple beer. Time of recording this beer is also quite fresh. I only know of it being released about 2 weeks from now, 3 weeks from now, somewhere around there. So it's probably like maybe a month old, but I wouldn't expect the maple to fade that quickly. But it's not as present as it would say on the bottom. The nuttiness from the pecan is there in the back end. I've had several beers now that have pecan in them, and it is represented well in this beer. The barrel aging, I think, was done enough. It wasn't overdone because the body in this beer is nice. It's got a nice medium body to it. It's got a sticky, sweet, almost creamy mouthfeel to it. But the back end is nice. I'm getting a little faint hint of that maple, but if I didn't know it was advertised as maple in there, I'd just get it as a brown ale sweetness, I think. But being that I read it on the bottle, that's telling me, okay, there was maple in this beer, so yeah, I guess it is there. But the pecan is definitely there, and the bourbon is too. The alcohol is completely hidden in this beer. The 8.5% is Stealth Bomber hidden on this. The only thing I get is maybe a little bit of warming in the chest here, but for a brown ale, it's pretty damn tasty, and the barrel aging is done well, and the body hasn't been thinned out, which for a style like this is always a danger. So, you hear I'm kind of freaking digging this beer. So, how do we grade it? Let me take a final sip before I dive into that adventure. I think as barrel-aged beers go and barrel-aged brown ales go, it's well done. I think I prefer the 1776 that I've had before. That's a more like, I don't know, bigger, more in-your-face beer. It's a 10%er, and it's aged in rye whiskey barrels. But for a brewer that I'm not usually impressed with their beer, Abita, I mean, they're not my favorite brewery. This is a pretty damn tasty beer. It's got nice flavors. It's mostly as advertised on the label. The only thing that they're falling off on is the maple taste. And I think that's something that brewers just struggle with. They put it in the beer, and maybe as soon as you get it, it shows up fresh. But right now, it's not big and present. To me, it's just tasting like a sweeter brown ale with a lot of vanilla notes in it from the barrel aging, but the bourbon is done well. So, anyways, what do we grade this beer? Now that I've waffled on some more, but that's what I do. You know that. Anyways, Rate Beer gives it an 81. Yeah, B-. I think that's too low. Beer Advocates giving it an 85, which is almost a B+. I think I'm going to go 90 on this. It's well done, and the only part of this that is missing for me to give it a higher grade than a 90, A- range, is the fact that the maple's not more present, but it's very well done, highly drinkable. I would drink it again. This was value priced. I think I paid like, I don't know, $8 for this or something, super cheap price like that. Very, very reasonable for a barrel-aged beer. Well done beer, and I really can't knock it. It just doesn't meet exactly as advertised on the bottle and the label. So, have you had this beer? It's widely distributed, I think, anyway, in their distribution territory. If you had, I want to know what you think, because I like the quid pro quo and the back and forth, because I, in fact, don't know everything, and I really like to know what you know, because then I get more smarter and stuff. Yeah. Anyway, so, to the next DJs BrewTube, you got to do something really important, which is thinking globally, drinking locally, and supporting the craft beer movement. Because that is what keeps this diversity growing and brings us more barrel-aged beers, because that's what the world needs, more barrel-aged beer, right? Oh, of course. Well, if you're a beer geek, that's what you're thinking, isn't it? And if you're watching this video, you're probably of that ilk. So, to the next DJs BrewTube, thanks again to each and every one of you for watching. Please remember to rate, comment, and subscribe, especially if this is your first time with us. We want you back. Come watch more beer reviews, mixed drink action, all that old shit. So, to the next DJs BrewTube, I got nothing but a bunch of Bourbon Street Maple Pecan drinking love for you. And you know what's coming. That's right. Are you ready for it? Hell yes. A big ass Abita!